What's up, guys? Mason the Brock Henderson, Daredevil Season 2, Episode 4, Penny and Dime. I'm rushing through these. Um, oh, man. The one thing that was, I knew it from watching the first season. I knew it from watching Jessica Jones. I knew just by paying attention. But it was said in, I think it was Screen Junkies. I was watching like a Please Explain Daredevil Season 2 thing. And one of the things that the guys pointed out is that one of the nice things about this, they have 13 episodes, which means they have time to kind of sit and talk for a little bit. Unlike the movies where you kind of have to rush through stuff, you have to get all this information in, you have to really fly through stuff so we can get to the action, the fighting, and all that fun stuff. This one just, that last scene between Daredevil and the Punisher, and even after that with Daredevil and Matt and Karen, it's the type of stuff that you will never ever see in a Marvel movie because they don't have the time to do that. They don't have the time to have the villain, the anti-hero now, just sit down and explain why he's doing what he's doing. Why he's attacking. That explanation, that story that he told, was just really moving. Almost everybody in the world has seen those videos of the soldiers returning home. The kid sees them and they run up and, oh, Daddy. And if you do not cry at those videos, I would ask that you go to the hospital, take an MRI to see where your heart went, because it's not there anymore. Those are just really touching, moving moments. So to have the villain from these first few episodes, to have him sit down and talk about how he was in the army, he returned home, going to his daughter's school, she sees him, they're all running out the t-shirt, she's bawling, the kids are wailing, but I'm the worst of it. And then Matt starts, like, you see her teardrops coming out of the mask. I'm just like, stop, I don't want to cry right now. I don't want to cry because then I'm already running. My nose is all stopped up. It's going to start running, and that's not good. It was really, really heart-wrenching. And especially, when he gets to the part about, his daughter wants him to read this book. She begged me, and I said no. I said, I'll read it to you tomorrow. And I never knew that was going to be the last time I saw her. And it's awful. It is horrible. It's just, man, I totally understand why he's a total just psycho now. I get it. But the nice thing is that it does feel like they're setting up for the Punisher to maybe be kind of a helper for Daredevil. They're kind of setting up that he's not a bad person. He's just been given a bad lot in life. And, it totally makes sense now. So anyway, but the whole point is, I love the fact that they're able to just sit down and talk about it and have time to do all that while still having the episode full of good action stuff, good moments that are just kind of like, oh my gosh, like, holy crap, that was, when they're torturing him, they're drilling through his foot, and the guy brings in the dog, and you're just like, you asshole! This Irish guy was definitely not a good guy at all. Like, here's Punisher, here's this Irish guy as far as the villain scale goes. But yeah, I was a little bit interested to see like what they were gonna do after last episode, where the Punisher and Daredevil have that moment on the roof, and they have the moment where they're trying to really discuss morality and stuff. I thought he was gonna maybe disappear for a little while and then come back later on in the season, but they really did wrap up his story in this episode. Between the Irish, he knew that these Irish people were gonna come after him, and so he planned for them to kidnap him, and he was going to take them all down. He was going to ask questions about who was that took down his family, that killed them. And it kind of a brilliant plan, and you really have to rely a lot on chance if you really think about it. But anyway, it was good. It was really good. Some other good things to talk about. Obviously, like I mentioned, the scene between Matt and Karen at the end. they kind of did this in the first season with him and Claire a little bit, where you kind of get to experience what he experiences as far as love in his world where he can't see, but he can see, like he can see her skin getting chills. He can see her tense up whenever he touches her. He can see all that. He can hear her breathing become more rapid, her heartbeat speeding. It's a little bit weird just because it's almost like, you know, you're experiencing their love in a very intimate setting, and you feel like you're watching in from the outside, and you're just like, this is a little awkward if this were like actually happening. But at the same time, it's very well done because you're following Matt. You know, the story of Daredevil is supposed to be about Matt, and a lot of it is told from his point of view. Obviously, we get some stuff that he's not involved in, like whether it's the villains plotting stuff, Karen and Foggy doing stuff without Matt. We still see that stuff, but the story centers around Matt, and we have a lot of these moments where the the way they handle these scenes are very well done. We get to experience what he's experiencing. Obviously we can see it happening, but the sounds, the sights, as far, well, not sights, but the sounds and the touch that he feels, and even to some sense the smell. Like, I don't necessarily smell what he's smelling, but you can kind of get a sense of what it smells like. You've probably been around people in the rain, and you know what that smells like. You could just get a sense of what he's experiencing, even though he can't see. That's pretty cool to experience. And they really do shoot these scenes very well. Very, very well done. Very well done. Yeah, that's even though this was a very good episode, not a whole lot happened. Like, I know it sounds weird, but a lot of it was first the Irish. It shows this Irish guy like freaking out because his son is dead and he's missing his money. So it shows a lot of him first capturing the Punisher, like what they did to find out where he was going to be, and then torturing him. And then it shows Matt trying to figure out like where they took him, trying to save him because, in his opinion, every life is precious. Walking Dead reference. But I do love the final fight scene where they're taking out the last few guys, and you see the Punisher like going to shoot the guy, and Matt tosses the thing and knocks the gun out of his hand, and then he goes and grabs a hammer and like grabs the guy that's about to bash his head in, and Matt like grabs it and just yanks it away. it's kind of funny because he's fighting these guys and also trying to stop Frank from killing people. That was funny. But then outside of that, not a whole lot was going on with Karen and Foggy. There's still some stuff going on about Nelson and Murdoch, as far as trying to figure out what's going on with I think it's the DA. I think Reyes is her name. But Karen kind of figures out, with all of this information that was given to her, she kind of figures out that there's something else going on aside from Frank Castle. And there's a bigger story, and I think we're going to get into that a bit more as the season goes on. But yeah, it was that one scene with them really, and then the scene at the end. I like the fact that Foggy's not being all weird about, oh, I had something for Karen and now you're going after her. That's just wrong, man. He's genuinely happy for him. Like, he sees them kind of, at the bar. He sees Matt like holding her arm, like touching it softly, and he kind of smiles to himself, and then goes outside with Matt. He's like, "You better be careful, Matt. You might actually let yourself be happy one time." And I'm just like, this is good. See, this is a friendship that he sees that they are good for each other, and I like that. This is good stuff. This is not, hey man, I like this girl, now you're trying to get on it. What's up with that? Anyway. But yeah, overall good episode. And then the ending, I kind of knew something like this is going to happen. Like when he enters his apartment and they show him just kind of walking around, I'm just like, okay, so what's going to happen? And honestly, I have like a little... I'm kind of alone watching this right now. So yeah, I have thoughts with myself. Anyway, I had a little like betting pool going on in my mind. I'm like, okay, so either somebody's going to attack him, Elektra's going to be in the apartment, or he's going to experience the hearing loss again. What's it going to be? And honestly, the betting pool in my head mainly went for Elektra's going to show up. Because now that Frank Castle's out of the picture, it only makes sense to introduce the next main character for this season, Elektra. And sure enough, he pulls out the knife, and she's like, "Hello, Matthew." And he's like, "Elektra." And so we're gonna see where it goes from here. It looks like she already knows about his abilities. Because she didn't. I don't know. I don't know what their story's gonna be. Hopefully, we get kind of a flashback to kind of like what they did when Foggy found out about uh, Matt's abilities. They did a flashback to college with them. I would like to see that with Elektra. Seeing what happened between them, how she found out about all this stuff, and yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with it. So, let me know what you think down in the comments below. What do you want to see them do? What do you want to see them not do? What do you want to see more of? Where do you think this season is going? Leave a like and subscribe for more Daredevil Season 2, and I'll see you at the next review. Peace out.